I hope you're having a good day. I'm about to go get my nails done. And I've been typing all morning. And the more I type, the more I think, oh my gosh, I got to get my nails done. But today I wanted to talk to you about it's the phrase that sells. Okay. Now I love graphics. I've been buying graphics this morning. Or getting ready to. I've been selecting them. And I want you to know that it's the phrase that sells. It's the phrase that goes, I have to have that. I have to have that now. And that's what sells. I mean, if you just put a unicorn on a t-shirt, it's not likely to sell because there's other people, who have taken an element and combined it with humor. For example, there's one on Etsy that sells like hotcakes, and it shows, it's a little girl with a t-shirt, and, it has a regular unicorn and then a sparkly unicorn, and it says, your aunt, my aunt. And, it sells like hotcakes. It's not mine, but it sells like hotcakes. And the reason is because it makes people go, I love that. I have to have that for my niece. Okay. And so emotion and family relationships on Etsy sell like hotcakes. So what you want to do is you want to tap into, babies with aunts, pregnancy announcements. That's my uncle. That's my papa. Those things sell like crazy. I mean, they really do. So it's not that I don't love graphics, and I do, and I teach to download graphics. But when I understood this really changed my whole Etsy shop. It changed my sales. It changed everything. When I began to understand that the phrase has to evoke emotion. I know I talk about it all the time because it's the difference between when I had 0 sales and then, I got up to 90 sales with my Etsy shop. And so what you want to do is you want to remember, people online are not robots. They are actual humans. And you have to stop thinking like sell, sell, sell. And you have to think like a real human being. Okay. Say, for example, you find out that your sister or your great aunt or, somebody's having a birthday. Well, you're not going to go in there and think about, what Hallmark does in the grocery store. They don't just say, pretty picture, happy birthday. The ones you get at the dollar store do. But the ones that are really valuable, that make thousands of dollars in sales, are the ones that make people laugh. I remember when I was a teenager and I was bored, I used to go to the grocery store, the drugstore, and I would just stand there and read the cards and laugh. I mean, I couldn't hardly get out of the store because I thought it was so funny and it would make me cry. And I would be like, I got to get this one for my mom. I got to get this one for my dad. My sister loves monkeys. I'm going to get this for my sister. And that's the same principle you want to do with your Etsy shop. You don't want to set it up like a robot, like you take designs and it's just a floral design. Some of those sell, yes. I mean, even pillows that have no design sell, okay? If people like the pattern. But normally, if you're going to compete in the t-shirt industry, which is huge, I used to think people don't buy t-shirts. Oh my gosh, yes. Thousands and thousands of searches every month on Google looking for t-shirts. And you may wonder why. T-shirts get stained, t-shirts shrink, they get holes in them, they get worn out, they get lost at the beach, they get sandy, they get dirty. People wear them hiking, they get, beyond repair. My husband has 2 t-shirts that he has worn until they're actual rags. And I've sewn them and he still wears them because he loves them, because they're like a motorcycle theme. That's what I'm talking about. People who are so passionate about something that they're like, I don't care if it's a little extra money. I got to have that. And if you look at the ones who are doing very well, it's the ones who have found a niche within a niche. Okay. Say, for example, if you're going after, back to school, you don't want to just target teachers because it's too broad. Too broad meaning there's way too much competition. But you could target a first grade teacher. You could target, when I say target, what I mean by that is you could gear your keywords to get the searches for math teacher, music teacher, piano teacher, coach, soccer coach, and you want to niche down. Teachers is too big. So you want to think about and I say teachers because it's the back to school season and I'm a former teacher. So of course that comes to mind. And within that sub niche, there's hundreds of ideas. If you have to get inside the mind of your customer, and how do you do that? Go into Etsy and, search for coach and search for, math teacher and see what comes up. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So just remember, you want to evoke emotion. If you just, like I said, if you just put, a flowery little unicorn or elephant on a t-shirt, is probably not going to sell. But if you put something on there that makes you laugh, then you got probably a winning design. How are you going to know that? Remember that 20% of what you have will probably sell. 2 out of 10 items that you put up there are going to be your best sellers. Okay, that's usually how it works. You put up 10 designs and 2 they just sell. And the others, you're like, what about the others? Well, it doesn't really matter. If you can find a winning design that brings you in sales every day, first of all, this is what happened with my daughter-in-law, who quit teaching her 5th grade job, and she actually went, she replaced her teacher salary with one item, just one item. That she put up so many items, and she still puts up different things, but just that one item enabled her to quit her teaching job. And it was something that she customized. And, I bought one. I bought one for several family members. One, because I liked it, and 2, because we wanted to help her. But it is such a popular thing to customize it. And the great thing about Printful and Gearbowl is you can customize anything. They give you a text spot. You can actually go in and put the name in it. So you can go in and put a name in there for your mock-up. And then when somebody orders it, say Susie wants, her name on it, or Aunt Susie's name on it, then you just go back in there and you create an order just for her. And that's how you do it. Same thing with Gearbubble. Because a lot of people are like, how do I do a customized design? That's how you do it. You just use the mock-up to sell it. And then when you get ready to order it, just go in and put the person's name in it. That's all you do. So, I'm wondering, what are your questions? What are you wondering about? And there is a chat box on the right-hand side that's showing up. So if you could say hi, because it shows that people are here, I would love it. And if you could give me a like and subscribe, that would even be better, because I'm growing my YouTube channel in between birthdays and grandbabies being born, and going to, run my errands. I'm doing live videos, and really people are having a lot of great questions about Etsy and Printful. And somebody yesterday said they were wondering about syncing their shop. And with Printful, it's free to sync your shop with Printful and Etsy. It doesn't cost you a dime. So don't worry about that. It saves you a ton of time to have your shops integrated. And I know there's some services that offer that for a fee, and then there's some that are free, and Printful is free. Okay. So remember, evoke emotion. Don't be boring. Boring doesn't sell online. It just doesn't. Boring does not sell. Okay. So how do you stand apart? You want to find something that makes you laugh. Where do you find theirs? There's memes. You could go into Pinterest and you can put like funny dog sayings. Dogs sell like crazy on Etsy. Anything dogs. You can actually combine babies with dog sayings, like that's my favorite sibling. You can do, I've sold a couple of dog shirts that were a breed that were like half this breed and half that. I talk about Yorkie poos and Chiweenies, things I didn't even know existed till I went into Etsy and started poking around. And you can also go into the Google Keyword Planner tool and go in there and get ideas about what people are looking for. But again, to come back to my original thought, which I'm sort of chasing rabbits, is you have to evoke emotion. That's how you sell things online. Learning that, again, was the difference between 0 sales to 90 sales, was learning how to market. You can just throw up, you go stand on a street corner and you have a hot dog stand, right? And then you look around and there's a hot dog stand on every corner in the city. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to sell one, but how can I be different? Well, then you offer free chips with the hot dog, or you offer free French fries with a hot dog. And guess what? You're going to have a long line at your hot dog stand, and it's called social proof. Social proof is what sells. Social proof will sell your hot dog. And when the people see, and they have FOMO, they're afraid of missing out. So they're like, there must be something really special with that hot dog stand because there's a long line and this only has one person in line. So they'll just, be like, I'll be back. I'm going to go check this out. There must be some, really good fries over here, fried potato chips. So I'm going to go check that out. And so they run over, and it really is no different than the other hot dog stand, except you got a free fry. Okay. So you have to stand out. You want to be a little bit better than your competition. How do you do that? Go in and study Etsy. Go in and look at what you're thinking about doing and look at your competition and see if you can't do something a little bit better than your competition. Okay. That's it for today. I thank you for stopping by. I hope you give me I would love a thumbs up. I really would. And a subscribe. And I hope you're having an awesome day. And I'm off to get my nails done. Talk to you soon. Bye now.